Ugh. Is it fun? Oh yeah, right. Later. That'll be for later. And here we come out, and this will introduce you basically to the first area of the game, the temple grounds. Now, this is probably the least important of all the places in. Well, no, it's the most important. Yeah, it's the most important. What am I saying? It's only the most important for one real reason, though, and that will be explained later. This is a blast door that can only be opened by missiles. So once you get missiles, whatever. I wonder if I can. I should try and find the splinter cocoons and see if they're worth a scan, because it might have been that I missed in previous playthroughs. That was one of the scans. Because if that's the case, that would be stupid. I mean, that's so easily missable just because of how insanely hard it is to get a scan on those things before they break out of it. Well, regardless, I'm going to scan this now. Metroid Prime 2. As a general rule of thumb, it's not a bad game by any means. I don't think it's overrated, because what I generally hear is that it's worse than Prime 1. Again, what I generally hear. I generally hear that it's not as good as Prime 1, but I also generally hear that it's kind of... Gate Mark 7, whatever. I also generally hear that it's kind of... I don't think it's very like a mediocre style game. I think it's better than mediocre for sure. But in terms of like actual game, I think when I originally rated Metroid Prime, I gave it like an 8.1 out of 10. And I think that's pretty appropriate for Metroid Prime. I mean, it's a great game. It's not perfect. It's got its flaws, but you know, it's great. I would probably rate Prime 2 somewhere around a 7.5. When I play through this game again, I'll get a more general idea of how things will work out. Because I played through this game 2 times previous in comparison to my 4 times previous with Prime 1 before that Let's Play, which will now equal like 5. But it's different with Prime 2 because, again, it is not as good, therefore there isn't as much motivation to play the game in other scenarios. I mean, I might do Prime 3 at some point later on, but Prime 3 I've only ever completed once, mostly because the replay value of that game, for whatever reason, just isn't there. Regardless, I have new lore, so...
We'll be making a stand here. The engineer tells me there's no way we'll get the ship's engines online. An atmospheric interference is scrambling our distress beacon. If anyone reads this, know that we did our duty and fought well.
Well, good job, soldier. You have died in the name of Fluffy. And that is all I ask. You can scan this if you want. It'll just activate a pointless cutscene that activates this comm tower. Actually, now that I think about it, it doesn't actually do anything significant. If anything, it might make it so that you can get to another area somewhere else later on when you have more items. But for the most part, as you see, transmission failed due to atmospheric interference. Oh, for Christ's sake! No! Stop! Get away! I don't want you noobs here. You zombies are dumb. Well, that's cool. Whatever, yo, okay, cool, whatever. I'm just rolling with it. Probably want to scan this, yeah. Complete. Biostructure has been compromised. Stop shooting me. That's mean. Okay, I have to kind of clarify something when I do ratings of games, though. Not many games get above something like a 9 out of 10. Because that's like an amazing game, and for the most part, I've gotten really critical over the years to the point where an amazing game is something that'll keep me playing it like for hours on end. For a game like Metroid Prime, I can play like an hour and a half, and then I'll be like, I want to play something else. Like, if it's a single player game, it needs to keep me playing for like hours on end. Like, I don't want to put it down. And not many games can manage that on their first playthrough for me. I mean, the most recent one that I've played that I can think of Hell, I can't even think of it now that I think about it. But regardless, new lore, but yeah.
This is ridiculous! I can outshoot half the men here and I'm stuck on monitor duty. I didn't join up to stare at a hollow screen. This wouldn't be happening to Samus Aran. She'd be out there taking care of business and not pushing buttons and sending reports.
Yes, I would. Unfortunately for me, I'm a bounty hunter. So at some point, I'm gonna have to send a report. Metroid Other M taught us that. And we all know how much I hate Metroid Other M. Holy crap. I'm gonna be honest here, though. I might have been a little harsh on Metroid Other M. I don't think the control, like looking back on it, I don't think the controls are as bad as I made them out to be, but I still would not give the game any more than a 3.5 out of 10. I would probably put it at a 3.5 instead of 2.9. It is still bad in my eyes, but I think I was a little harsh on it. And oh god, this is their ship, isn't it? They're all dead. Yo, bro, that sucks. Let's figure this out.
Blip bloop, blip bloop, beep beep, beep beep. And then a thing happened. Data cycle 070142, Cosmosis. Final report. While on patrol in the Dasher system, we engaged an unknown space pirate frigate. The engine frigate was crippled and crashed on the planet Aether. We followed the pirates, but our ship was damaged by a storm as we entered Aether's atmosphere. Heavy magnetic activity during the storm disabled our comm systems. Upon landing, we split into two units, one to set up an ops, and the other to scout. Each unit was doing fine, no problems. Until they appeared.
At this point, Samus's job is almost complete, basically. But the thing is, she doesn't know if everyone here is dead. So what does she choose to do? Well, I would like to imagine that if she were in this scenario, her idea would be, well, how about I just still look for some survivors? Because there has to be someone alive, right? Because that's her mindset at this point. You know, she has to find any survivors she possibly can. And her ship is damaged too, so it's not like she can go back and just leave and assume everyone is dead. So, new lore.
Man, I hope the only breeding ground for those things. Man, I hope this is the only breeding ground for those things. If there's more, we're in big trouble. We had a hard enough time taking out that one out of commission. I almost ran out of ammo. I never run out of ammo.
Just assuming that it's some sort of cartoon with a little girl or something. I don't even know. Anyway. Galactic Federation Corpse. A. Exter.
I'm beginning to think there was a real bad idea going down there. Reese is right. That hive is just one of many. It's stupid to stir a hornet's nest. Especially if we plan on sleeping under it.
So yeah, you can get all of Squad Force 1's lore right here. You know, I've got 50% now.
Lazard says those splinters remind him of some killer bug he saw on another planet. All I know is that things are fast and take a lot to drop. Pretty soon everyone will have to go on bayonets. Everyone's low on ammo. Even Brode. And he's the stingiest. Stingiest grunt I know. Anyway.
I'm not doing like post-commentary talking. I'm silly like that.
Brodo lost the bet, so he switched watch duty with me. I figure this section is nice and safe and boring, which suits me just fine. Let the other pugs guard the hot zone. Hold on. Hey, wait! Halt! No! Help!
Everyone is dead. The end. So, another lore here.
I hear them. Everywhere. They're coming. Can't sleep. Ever. They'll eat me. Eat.
So, as you can obviously tell, that guy was going insane. You can scan the ship. And you can come in here and scan to get the names of each of the people who sat in these specific seats. You can open this door to get the map. And you don't need to see the map cutscene more than once, so... Blah, blah, blah in that regard. Anyway, what you're supposed to do over here is, you know, find access to... Well, technically, what you're really supposed to do is do this. You come over here, you blow up this crate, and here's your missiles. You get your missile launcher back right here, which is good. Because now we have 5 missiles. Now what happens here is, well, suddenly dark splinters appear. Now those were the things that attacked Force 1, as you saw. It is a really, really cheap strategy of beating these guys. Basically, you come over here, you lead them all over here, and then you jump up here. They will not be able to get you, basically. Like, they'll try, but they'll basically all just kind of, like, sit there. And they're like, I can jump at you, but no, you won't. I mean, this is, like, a cheap way of doing it, but I don't really feel like fighting these guys legit a second time in 6 days. I mean, as you can see, this one just tried to jump up there, but failed miserably. Why am I just trying to shoot it? This is not a normal splinter. That missile completely missed, didn't it? Yeah, anyway. There we go. Now that's over and done with. I mean, I know for a fact the first time I ever played this game, that encounter caught me off guard, and I wasn't able to do it. I died, so I had to start from the save point all the way back there, but, you know, shit happens. Not everyone's amazing at everything they do the first time. Kinetic orb cannon. Activate the kinetic orb cannon. And it comes up. We don't need to see it, because all it's going to say is, hey, it'll fire you over there. And while we're here, get this guy's lore. And I'll be the last of the Force 1 lore.
Last night at Chow, Angsta started talking about some bounty hunter and how she blew up a planet full of space pirates. I told her I didn't believe in fairy tales like that, and she took it personal. I just find it hard to believe that one person took out an entire space pirate base, that's all. But if she wants to believe in the Samus or Bigfoot or Santa Claus, she can.
Oh, that's cool. This guy doesn't believe in me. This guy doesn't believe in me. Okay, that's cool, because it's probably documented things like that, unlike with Bigfoot and Santa Claus. So yeah, now that you have your missile launcher, fire a missile there, and yeah. Oh man, it's getting to be like 32 minutes. I'll probably split this up in like 15, 20-minute episodes. Oh man, almost missed this lore. This is pretty much the last lore, no, the second to last lore of Force 2. That means I'm missing one. Shoot.
I'm the only one left. Managed to get out of the hive, but when I got to the ship, everyone was gone. Dead. I'm heading for that 10 million building we saw earlier. Maybe someone can help me there. Wait, something's moving. Hello?
Dead. Dead. I keep hitting the start button twice. I want to like you press the start button to get out of the scan visor, but I shouldn't do that. It's dumb. Anyway, scan these. These are splinters, or war wasps from the previous game. They're apparently on Aether 2 because, you know, everyone visits this place. Is there a war wasp nest around here? There has to be. Haha, you fail, though. Man, I was standing still when you missed twice. That's how bad you are, Mr. War Wasp. It has... No, I don't think there has to be one. Oh, well. Whatevs. I don't even care. Do you care? Do you care? I don't care. Now, here it is. War Wasp Hive. Yeah, unlike in Prime 1, the destroyed War Wasp Hive is worth nothing. Okay, yeah, here it is. I knew it was in some sort of cavern. My brain just forgot for a moment. Now what happens is you fire, that happens, it cracks, then you fire a missile, and then you do the kinetic orb cannon again, and it breaks open. It breaks open, because I can do words properly, am I right, guys? Herp-a-derp-a-derp. So, I'll probably, you know, update this every now and then. With the university stuff, you know, I can just edit it together, make the cuts properly. I probably won't do as significant of editing as I would, you know, if I had more free time, just because of how, like, time-consuming this can be. I'm a uni student. I kind of need to do things uni-related sometimes, you know? Yeah, though. So we come up this little elevator here, and we're in the Great Temple. Now, the Great Temple is the big building in the middle of the temple grounds, and this technically counts as an area of the temple grounds, so anyone who says otherwise, shut up. Now, area resource sand is complete. Now, what this is going to tell you is that there's a local save station. So, you press Z, and it tells you there's a save station right there. Right there. Please, just scan. Scan. Oh my god, game. Oh my god, game. Ugh, scanning those things is stupid because it wants to scan this thing in the background. And it's not even scannable. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of Metroid Prime 2. Thank you guys for watching, and join me in the next episode where we will continue onward. Goodbye. And that means goodbye whenever I stop recording the audio and the video. Goodbye.